What's going on, guys? We're here with Chris Nazzaro and his RX-7 that he put together. Wow. When did you start doing this?
What?
When did you start building this car?
Like like prime COVID time, like when you were losing your mind. It was like a COVID project.
This is a COVID build. COVID build started in 2020. He's pulling the car out right now because he needs an alignment. I just asked him if he's been driving this car around. He said he's basically never driven the car yet. So it's a pretty big moment because, well, you'll see once you see the car.
Damn, this thing's like straight out of like the showroom floor. I would recognize this.
Is this the factory dipstick?
No,
Okay.
no.
I was like, there's no way they put that shit
That
all the way on
and the filler neck are both, I forgot the name of the company, but the stock filler neck, and like they come straight up because it was a non-turbo car, like the throttle body was here. So to like, I mean, I could have bought the Turbo 2 stuff. It kind of like angles and up, but I just bought this stuff so it would fit.
there. Yeah. Is that a Mazda oil filter?
That's an RE oil filter.
Damn. So it's ready for E85.
Yes.
How much power do you think this will make?
I'm not going to make a lot on it purposely. I'm just going to run wastegate pressure and try to make around 300 for now.
How much do you think it could make?
This setup minus the clutch is probably could make like 450, 500
Oh, wow.
total.
Yeah, that exhaust side is pretty big.
Yeah, no, it's everything is capable. The injectors, the turbo, like it's capable for close to 5, minus the clutch. Like I said, it's like an ORC single plate, maybe 3. You know how those go to like 350. If I got a twin disc, it would.
I mean, I feel like
But I want it safe and.
I feel like it would
reliable.
work. It won't drift like that, but
No, it won't drift. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like it would run fine. Is the underneath? I mean, we'll see the underneath of the car later, but is it?
It's better.
It's better.
Yeah.
Oh,
Than the top.
Okay. I'm interested to see that.
Only because, I mean, the exterior is like is pretty good, but a full respray, like a full legit respray, would be insane. But the bottom is like, I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah. And it's still got AC.
Yes.
Damn.
Little bit, not quite perfectly working the AC yet.
Yeah.
So the whole system is perfect. If I jump out the compressor, it blows ice cold. I vacuumed it. I had it charged. It's just to like set up the switch, it actually goes through the ECU. So it's some programming in the link that I was having some trouble with. So I just gonna have to call someone who's more familiar to set up the AC switch in the link.
Jimmy Oaks.
Yeah, probably. Literally the other night I called Tom. I was like, is Jimmy around? He goes, he's on a plane to Japan. I'm like,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So Mustang throttle body, is that because you wish you had a Mustang, or like what was the point of that?
that's exact. I can't believe you figured that out so fast. Nah, I mean,
That's like a common thing.
yeah, relatively common. That and like the Bosch, like, you know, like all those, everyone's going with the electronic throttle bodies now.
Yeah.
That's basically the most common swaps. Honestly, if you could adapt Mustang parts, I mean, there's so many parts. So much aftermarket support for the Mustang. So I think just feel like it's common. People make like Mustang adapters.
It's pretty crazy. You have all the OEM clamps still.
Yes.
Well, I guess where you could use them.
Yeah, I tried to keep it OEM plus. I was trying to do it for the intercooler pipes too, but I was having some, because you know these clamps is like if it's not like the perfect size, they just bottom out and then they're not tight.
Yeah.
And I just was having some trouble finding all the right clamps.
I don't know if I would like that on here anyway.
I was really trying to just make it as OEM plus as possible.
No, I think you nailed
Like
that.
I wanted to keep the OEM, as much of the OEM vibe as possible.
Yeah. Even managed to keep the battery
I know.
box with the intercooler piping.
So I like took the box, I trimmed it down like an inch all around. And then I took the clips, I cut the clips off to like lock the top on, and I JB welded them back on so the top will lock on and off still.
Oh, okay.
And then if you open it, it's nothing like that. It's like an excess power battery with like a power blocks, but it's hidden.
So this is what it looks like when you zinc plate every single piece of hardware in your engine.
Everything that's steel anyway.
Yeah, because you basically did everything. I mean, even the clutch fan hardware.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to change the clutch fan out.
Yeah.
Because so I got the clutch vapor honed because I'm like, well, you know how they look. They always look disgusting.
Oh, that's why that happened.
And now it's just locked. I gave it a
Yeah.
shot. I'll just buy a new one.
I did the same thing, so mine's probably broken too. Chris is here today because we are doing an alignment, but we might be raising this thing up too, doing some other stuff, and then car's probably going to be on Bring a Trailer, so that's
Yeah.
it. You don't even want to drive it down the highway once, or
I might.
okay. He just built this thing and he's already over it. So I think you're more of like you just like the building process.
I do like the build process, or it has to be the complete opposite. Like none of the work needs to be spectacular, and it's like just a track car.
Yeah.
Like that's how the Z is.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. There's no like in the middle.
That makes sense. This looks repainted, but it's just vapor home.
Yep.
All right, Jesus, what do you want to do?
Looks good enough.
Behind the scenes of Bring Me a Trailer. That's how you get the shot. Even though we have a professional photographer here. All right, Racing Beat.
Yes.
Who the hell is that?
It's like a.
Oh, it's a California company.
It's a Mazda. They're like a Mazda specific
Okay.
aftermarket company.
And you coated
Okay.
the whole bottom of this car?
Yes, I did. This
Damn.
isn't coated though. This is just the stock tank, cleaned very good.
Oh, wow.
It came
That's the
back
stock
really good.
Tank?
Yes.
That shit looks
Nah.
brand new.
Yeah. Well, the car only has like 60,000 on it, and it's sat in a garage for a lot. So the stuff was in really good condition. It just needed to be cleaned, a lot of it.
Did you put the foam under here?
No, this
That's
is the
factory?
original. Yeah.
Holy dude.
It's just in good shape. You know, I powder coated all the brackets, the
Yeah.
hardware.
A lot of
the bumper
cobwebs.
hardware. Yeah, I know. It's been sitting for a minute.
And then you got the heat shield all coated.
Heat shield's all powder coated. The exhaust actually I was trying to buy a brand new one, but there's always wait time, so I got one used and like had someone just repolish it. Some of this stuff though I couldn't. This is like tar. This
Yeah,
is
it
road
looks
tar.
like it's from a plastic bag.
Yeah, it was. This is the most we could get off.
Really?
Yeah. Now that it's heated up a couple times though, it's starting to chip off. Maybe I'm not gonna make a mess
Yeah.
here, but
That looks like a plastic bag type
probably
shit.
was. So I powder coated the subframe. This has a weird. It's not like the 240 with like 4 points. It just has 2, and the other 2 are on the diff housing.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
So this is this is a turbo 2 diff LS with the stock LSD. I just got all the other hardware, you know, zinc coated and all that, powder coated the sway bar. I got some PBM arms just to so we could get a good alignment.
Yeah.
Like I would love to have kept only stock stuff, but you know, some stuff you just need to align the car better. What else? All the knuckles and the
dust shields?
the dust shields are aluminum on this car, which is nice because they clean up a lot
Oh.
nicer than the Nissan ones.
Yeah.
The Turbo 2 calipers all around. I took them apart, vapor honed everything. He vapor honed like the inside and everything too, and I rebuilt them.
And the wheel wells are all, this is all the same paint?
Yeah, it's all Eastwood product. It's good stuff. What's sick about Mazda, like, and not so much Nissan, is you could get so much stuff new still. Like, so much stuff new, brand new, you could just buy.
Nissan.
No, Mazda.
Really?
Yeah, like way more than 240 stuff.
What? I feel like you can get everything new for Nissan too.
Yeah.
Damn, well that's good to know. I thought Mazda was pretty bad with that.
I got all the factory like style bushings, the donuts and stuff.
That shit makes me hungry.
Turbo 2 because this was originally an NA automatic car.
Okay.
So Turbo 2 diff, Turbo 2 trans. This is made by what company makes the conversion?
Rotary
member?
Nerd.
I don't think LRB makes
Excessive.
Oh, it does look like excessive.
So the manual and the automatic cars, the mounting points are actually in different parts of the chassis. It's not the same chassis, just with different cross. So this is like I couldn't just buy the Turbo 2 cross member and bolt it on. I had to buy this conversion piece.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Back in the day, people would like just cut them off at a manual car and weld them in. More zinc coated stuff.
Custom downpipe.
Yes. Not stainless, but welded with mild, so it's rusting.
Okay.
That I cut and weld.
What happens if you put your hand in here when you start it?
Try. We could try.
Okay, we'll try later.
The oil pan still leaks a tiny bit, despite this is like the most common problem of all time for
Really?
these cars. Even with this brace.
Airplane.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
You could explain it.
Between the irons and the housings, they're not all the same height, like the tolerance. So there's a gasket from Mazda, but even with silicone, it's so uneven.
You have to assemble the whole engine and then machine the whole bottom of it?
Yeah, like all the plates bolt together, and at the bottom they're like a slightly different height always.
Do people do that? Do they machine the whole bottom of the engine? And
I want to say some people do.
Some people definitely do. People get so crazy with these cars.
But then the problem would be you're machining it with an open bottom end. So
I know that you have a fully assembled motor that you have to machine. I would
can't do
rather
that.
just leak a little.
Yeah.
I've got the RC clutch, the single plate.
So they make this whole thing to prevent this problem?
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a stiffening piece, but
Okay.
it didn't do the trick, I guess.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I was able to buy all these lines new, like the oil lines and stuff from the factory. This is a factory oil cooler. Koyo rad, always.
Yeah.
The front subframe obviously powder coated too. This is just vapor honed stuff. These are the original arms from the car, vapor honed.
Yeah, Mazda branded.
Which is nice. The ball joints are bolt on here. Same thing up front. Everything vapor honed, powder coated. The shields. I had the calipers powder coated, and then this one the line strip. So I have another caliper at home. I got to get repowder coated, but I just put this OEM replacement on just to be able to have the car mobile.
Wait, so this is an original S5 car or
original S4 with all
S4.
S5 stuff. It's an 88. Yeah,
that's because the control arms is the good.
Yeah. The S5, the control arms like the ball joints built in, not bolt on like that.
Everybody converts to S4 so they could
change the ball joint. Yeah. The the intercooler I tucked. I didn't put it in where the you usually put it where the bumper support is, and then kind of cut the bumper.
Yeah.
This one from I was able to tuck in between the rad support and the bumper, behind it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And I was also able to keep the AC condenser and all that.
So you have a full-size US bumper support in there.
Yes, everything.
Which I should have done.
Yeah, nothing got cut. Oh yeah,
I took mine out.
a lot of cat hair.
Yeah, so you got the AC condenser in there, you got an oil cooler, you got the radiator, you got the intercooler.
Yes,
Jesus.
everything.
And today was the first time I ever found out that Mazda RX-7s have a low coolant alarm
Yes, very annoying.
that prevents you from basically driving the car. If only Eddie had one in his Volkswagen. Yeah, man, this thing's clean.
And then that's it. Interior is mostly the same way. So you could buy a lot of the interior parts new, like I was telling you. Like,
Yeah.
I bought the whole radio bezel, all the AC vents, everything was just replaced with new.
This is a manual trans, obviously?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
I just
the
drove the
Turbo
car.
2 transmission.
Interesting design.
Yeah.
What's in it? Like, why do they even have
You could actually inspect all the gears and stuff.
Whoa.
If you take that down.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This trans looks pretty light, too.
Yeah.
And is this a factory bell housing?
Yep.
Yeah, so this trans was like spray painted. So it was spray painted black, and then this was polished, but half-assed polished by hand, like someone did it with a drill. So I just covered the thing in paint stripper and got it back to this finish.
Okay.
Zinc the hardware, and then this I had to take off and get completely vapor honed to get a stock finish back on it.
I love the heat shields. The heat shields look
Yeah.
immaculate.
There was one more I couldn't get to work with this exhaust.
I feel like this looks way better than the factory car would. Because you go into a new car, you're not gonna have perfect.
No.
Yeah,
zinc.
And all that stuff is steel.
Yeah.
So it's not painted or anything. It's just kind of raw.
Yeah. You want to explain this whole wastegate setup, manifold setup, because I think you were saying it before, but
So this was
Probably
originally
over
an
here.
NA car, so I converted it to turbo. I was originally gonna do stay with the whole factory everything. So I got a factory turbo and manifold, but they all crack a lot. The factory manifolds crack like crazy. I couldn't really get one that wasn't damaged, so I ended up just getting an old HKS manifold wastegate and just taking everything apart. I rebuilt the wastegate. You're still able to buy the original, the OEM, not OEM, but factory HKS diaphragm to rebuild these old wastegates. So I did that, and I vapor honed them all and ceramic coated the bottom of the wastegate and the manifold.
And those HKS manifolds come cast, I guess, right?
Yeah, it's cast. So it was, it looked like a boat anchor.
So what about the factory one? Is a cast piece too?
It is cast too, but I don't know. These seem to fare a little better.
Yeah.
And it gives you a sick note.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
could tell when you're on an HKS manifold.
It's Borg Warner turbo, nothing too fancy. Journal bearing. It looks pretty big, but it's really similar to stock. The factory turbos have huge hot sides too.
Oh, yeah.
Motors flow a lot of air real fast. It's not you can't put a T2 turbo on this.
But I thought rotaries made no torque.
They don't make torque. I mean, they do make torque.
Yeah.
That was what I heard always. They made no torque. I don't know. But then
They
he
do
just
that.
always gets mad at me.
They do everything good.
Shit, mine makes 420 horsepower and 380 foot-pounds of torque. That's torque.
At 7,000 RPM?
Oh.
I got all
$3
this.
grand.
This is all Vibrant stuff I bought from you, actually, all the hoses.
Oh, you bought all that from us?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, right? You think you'd give me something.
Yeah, crazy. You think you'd give me a deal or something?
What's cool on the top is I tried out that those push lock hoses with and you put the clamp on that you just clamp once, from Vibrant. You know what I'm talking?
Yeah, we
I have
use
that
those.
on the oil cooler. That's the first time I ever worked with it on the catch
Subaru
can and
uses those a
stuff.
lot.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, pretty cool stuff.
It's nice until you got to take it off.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah,
it.
then you're
I just say that line is what it is. It's never come back apart. in
Yeah.
my
I mean, you can cut it with a pair of dikes pretty easily, but it's you better have the tools and the clamps handy if you want to replace that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, right.
That's why it's annoying. But yeah, I did that on my engine too this time around. But I was like, damn, if one of these coolant lines breaks while you're at the track.
Yeah. Good luck.
But this car, I don't think you build this car for the track. You kind
No,
of built
not
this
at
car
all.
as a clean street car, right?
Yeah.
So I just can't believe you're not going to keep this.
Yeah, life sucks.
I'm taking notes.
Yeah, he's just he's got to clean his car up a little bit.
A little bit. I know.
You should probably take photos of this thing.
Unfortunately,
all
yeah.
right.
I need the money back out of it for the next adventure.
School.
Yep. And then I'll do an FD next.
Yeah, if you want to
That's the
help
goal.
a future nurse out, buy the car. It'll be on Bring Me a Trailer. Bring a trailer. I don't know. Bring a trailer. Yeah.
Bring the trailer.
I'm too poor to be on that website. I don't know.
Me
anything.
too.
So this is a cable speedo.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's miserable.
Yeah.
They break all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
This another thing, like you could just buy this new from the dealer. That's what this, because I had the auto trans, I had to change the speedo cable. I was able to just get it new from the dealer. Like it's so, I feel like I could get anything new I need, which is pretty cool.
So after doing this whole thing, you like 4 cylinders or rotaries more?
This is way cooler. This is the coolest I've ever played with.
Get out of here.
I'll never, like straight up. These are so cool. I can't wait to get another one.
Why do you like these so much now?
I don't know. It just sounds cooler. It's just different.
Is it the
It's
oil
so
pan
different.
leaking constantly, or is it
Yes.
something else?
Listen, my SR did that too, so.
It's just a different. It's a different experience.
Yeah, it's a different experience, and it just sounds cooler no matter what.
And the way the power band hits, it's crazy.
Yep. That's an engine. I think. I don't even really know what this is.
Is it an engine? Yeah, it's an engine. It's gas.
Tell me that's a low oil, low level sensor.
Yeah, there's an oil level and oil temp sensor.
They really cared about the levels in this thing.
Yeah, there's a sensor for everything.
They really wanted to make sure you didn't blow this apart. Yeah, it's cool, man. Next one's gonna be a FD.
That's the goal.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I just made that
I
up.
wanna get an
Okay, that's cool.
No, I want to do an FD next year. Or an S15, I don't know. But I want to do this again.
You want to build one that looks like that?
No, the opposite of that. That one was really cool, but now it's going all drift.
Yeah.
Like a street car.
Yeah.
That's going to be a nuts drift car for sure. But I want to do like this street car kind of restoration, OEM Plus thing with either an S15 or an FD next.
When you started this thing up, it sounded factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, this exhaust is. I mean, I guess they kind of built this exhaust to just.
Yeah, like a higher flowing but factory type exhaust.
Yeah. And this
And
bumper is stock. Like all this stuff is.
Yeah, this is the the S5 stock S5 bumper. But I wanted to keep it because I put the external gate on it too. So if like you want to make some noise, like it's gonna sound sick at the like on the highway and stuff. But like I don't need it to be as so loud that.
Not to mention, if you wanted to route that back in, that's pretty much the easiest setup.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, you know, when I'm driving around normal, quiet.
Yeah.
I could hear myself thinking. If I want it to be crazy, you just get on it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we gotta let Jesus work on this car. So. That completes our video of Chris Nazzaro's RX-7. This thing should be on Bring a Trailer soon. Is it really going on Bring a Trailer?
Unless I find a private, I'm gonna sell it. So
okay, so if you guys want to buy this car, message Chris on Instagram. You have Instagram still, right?
yeah.
All right, so you'll find him, Chris Nazzaro, Instagram. Yeah, buy it before it goes on Bring a Trailer. Don't ask me what the price is because I don't know. That's something you gotta ask him. Nice car though. What do you think?
It's one of the cleanest ones I've seen, honestly. Nice. It's very well built. Very well built.
He's Hispanic, so he knows rotary. You can take that. You can take his advice seriously.